Hello, welcome. This is Here's to Your Good Health. My name is Linda Prezioso. I'm a nurse practitioner at Family Medical Center, and I own the Essential Health Medi-Spa here in town. And we have an exciting show for you tonight. I just met these fellas, and let me tell you, they are a bundle of energy, and I need it tonight because I'm a little on the tired side. We have physical therapy and balance out of Wilson, North Carolina. We have Dr. Dan Burich, who is a doctor and has a doctorate in physical therapy, and we have Juan
Ferrer, yes, you got it. You got it close.
I can't roll an R. I'm just, you have to stick with this Minnesota tongue here. Anyway, and he's the general manager and the master franchisee. I love it. I love it. That's great. So we're going to hear all about physical therapy. You all know about physical therapy, hopefully, some of you, some of it anyway, but what I'm really excited about is Dr. Dan works on balance and works on vestibular therapy, and it's very lacking in this town. So I'm excited that there are neighbors in Wilson, and maybe we can get them to come this way for a day or two a week or something. Anyway, welcome. Glad to have you with us tonight.
Oh, overwhelmed to be here.
Oh my!
We're going to give you a shot of caffeine and get you going here.
Woo, I don't need any caffeine. I don't need any caffeine. So we're going to just start. They've got a little video. I think he said it was 60 seconds, just to kind of give an introduction of what they do. So Lee, if you would play that, and then we're going to talk to these guys a little bit, and we're just going to move on. They've got props. They're going to, I don't know, hang me from the ceiling maybe. We'll see. Well, it'll just be exciting. So if you can put that on, Lee, that'd be great.
And so this is a VO. We can talk over this video.
I don't know. It's your video. Does Juan know?
Yeah, it has its own audio.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then you can't.
No.
Did he roll it?
Dan,
At Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, our goal is to help you love your life. Our compassionate, highly skilled team is committed to helping you achieve your optimal health and wellness. Our therapists have extensive knowledge and experience in orthopedics, sports medicine, neurological rehabilitation, manual therapy, and balance therapy. When your life is sidelined by an injury, dizziness, surgery, or condition keeping you from doing what you love, we're here to help you heal and feel your best. We pride ourselves on our hands-on, personalized approach to patient care. Our therapist evaluation will determine the root cause of your health challenges, resulting in a unique treatment plan customized just for you. With convenient locations nationwide, Physical offers the accessibility and expertise of a national organization and the friendly touch of your local community health expert. Visit www.physical.com to find your nearest location and see how we can help you love your life.
Oh.
Sorry.
I'm not used to these videos in between, so y'all have to just kind of bear with me. I love this. They have really stepped up a notch. I've been in plenty of physical therapy offices, and they don't look like that.
No, and one of the reasons I took a job with the company and some people contacted me was because of that opportunity to work with the specialized equipment. Mm-hmm. It's I guess a double meaning. The overhead system, safety overhead system, SOS, is unique to physical, much like the spelling is. People think I have an English sister's an English professor, and she hates the name because she's like, people, it's like quick mark with a K, K-W-I-K, you know. So, but it catches your eye. But that overhead system enables people to challenge themselves, to improve, and avoid falling, because falling is one of the biggest things in the elderly community. People 65 years old and older, 1 in every 4, so 25% are going to suffer a fall. And when you have one fall, as you know probably in your own personal life, and we all have another one soon to come, and you get the fear of falling, which makes it worse because now you're really timid, you're afraid to step over a curb, step into a car, climb up a ladder, even a step ladder. So we enable you, as the Bible says, you can stumble but not fall with that on. It holds like 600 pounds, maybe more. Juan may correct me, and you're not going to fall. So you're going to get in there and challenge you, and we're going to make it hard for you. And there you saw the lady you saw is not our normal clientele. She is pretty good shape. We're going to have an older clientele, people with canes, people with walkers, people who are tentative, but we are going to enable them to do things in our facility. And therefore, when they go outside, they're not going to be scared to get in the carport and be in a tight area. They're not going to be scared to be dark and up in the attic or in the shower turning. We're going to make them do things, give them confidence, overcome the fear of falling, and give them some tips as well. So it's a great situation for that clientele.
I see it as a great opportunity for stroke.
Absolutely.
Patients.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I can just. The traditional physical therapy helps. I'm not going to put it down, but this is, again, a step up, a notch above.
And to your point, right, we spell it different, like Dan says, because we are a little bit different, right? We do traditional physical therapy, for sure. We do manual, we do orthopedic, but we also work a lot with the balance side, which we have all the specialized equipment, which we use uniquely. We have a lot of neurorehabilitation, to your point, as well, so a lot of stroke victims. We work with them. We've had great success stories. We have a young lady that came to us with MS and lupus in a power wheelchair, and Dr. Dan has her walking without even a cane nowadays.
Wow.
Or our first ever patient came in with a walker. He challenged her on that system, and she walks, you know, she'll park her car and walk into the clinic without a walker, without a cane anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's pretty rewarding.
It's got to be rewarding, absolutely.
Rewarding. Yeah. And the thing is, you mentioned people who have strokes. How about how many people have had mini strokes?
Oh, yeah.
And it's just affected their gait pattern.
Yeah.
People who've had an artificial hip, artificial knee. They were limping for years, and they're still limping out of habit, and they've got one weak side, one strong side. We address those deficits through just some simple testing, and it's outcome measures that are universal. And just, you know, here's your weakness, we're going to work with it. It's like if you're an athlete, if you're a golfer and you can putt but you can't drive, we're not going to go to the putting range, we're going to go to the driving range.
Of course.
And that's kind of how every, I guess, plan of care, because you're in the profession, is different but unique.
Sure, of course.
And it supports that person.
And that's the other big thing, right? Dr. Dan and his team, we don't do run-of-the-mill programs. They tailor the therapy for each and every single one of our patients.
I'm all
and that
about
is a big piece.
individualized. Yeah. And so even if someone had a stroke several years ago and still has a deficit, is there a possibility you can?
Yeah, a realistic possibility. I'm not going to see, the oldest joke in Hollywood is, doctor, it hurts when I do this. What's the punchline?
Well, don't do it.
that. So if you haven't raised your hand above your head to change a light bulb in years, but you're down here, we can get you up here so you can reach behind your head. So realistic goals, and people can improve.
Yeah, well, I've got a couple patients in my brain already, so there you go. So Dan, tell us just a little bit about yourself. What made you become a physical therapist? What's your motivation?
Interesting you ask, because my father had a stroke.
Oh.
And I would go to therapy, and you can tell from my voice, I'm from the south of Chicago, and you're from Minnesota. So my dad had strokes, and I had two older brothers. One was a gravedigger, one was a maintenance guy, and they didn't like dealing with him at therapy. They would go and build the ramp for the house and such. Right. So I would go help them with therapy, and I did not live in the town where we grew up, and people just assumed I had old guys come up to me. I knew who they were from 20 years ago, and I'd say, hi, Mr. So-and-so. Oh, I thought you were a therapist. And I saw a great therapist, and I saw a bad therapist, and I thought, I can get involved with this and do a pretty good job.
And you could be the great therapist.
Well, hopefully pretty good anyway.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And his patients call him Dr. Dan the Man.
Dr. Dan the Man. All right. How long have y'all been in Wilson?
We opened in August of last year, so we've been open for about 16, 17 months now.
Okay.
And we've been very, very fortunate, the whole community, not just in Wilson, but Rocky Mount, a lot of the other towns, Tarboro, Elm City. We get a lot of patients from them, so we're very, very happy with them.
Yeah.
And it's been amazing.
Brag, Juan.
I know.
Brag, Juan.
So even though we've only been open for 17, 18 months, right, we've now been named the best physical therapy clinic in Wilson for 2 years in a row. So 2024, even though we were only open 6 months, we got that really great price. And now we got the award for 2025 as well, just a couple of weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome. And I can see why, because you're so different, you know, and I'm not going to put down physical therapy, traditional physical therapy. They have a place. They've done plenty for our clients, our patients, but I can see where this is so different. I can see why you won that award. It's just absolutely awesome.
Appreciate it, yeah.
So how long have you been a physical therapist?
Been in North Carolina for 15 years, and before that I worked in Iowa, Illinois, Oklahoma. I went back to get the doctorate, so you know, 25 out of 30 years or something. I don't know the exact time. Because there was a time off.
It's been a while.
No, because you have to, you know, when it became, and you recall probably it was going through direct access and get a doctorate degree in physical therapy.
Yes.
So,
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember I worked at the hospital,
Yeah.
and all these physical therapists were going back to school. They had to get
There
their
you go.
doctorate.
So you
yeah.
know, I was in that group.
Well, and you know, nurse practitioner. That's the basic is now. I'm grandfathered in.
Yeah.
Thank God I don't have to write a dissertation. But yeah, it's just, you know, I don't know that it's necessary, but it's what everybody wants.
It's what
So
they
it's
want.
necessary for that.
But with the nurse practitioner and the PAs, you know, I deal with your role and other people as often as I do with the doctors.
Oh, sure.
'Cause you know, you are referring
There's more of
people as
us
well.
than there are
right,
doctors.
There you go. Yep.
That's pretty limited. So it's like there's a lot more physical therapy assistants than there are physical
And very
therapists.
much so. A lot
Yeah.
of the managers are PTAs and OTs or CODAs, I should say. Yeah.
So Juan, tell us a little bit about you. The master franchisee.
So yes, I signed master franchise. Sounds like really fancy, right? Basically, I signed up with a company 2.5 years ago, to help build up their brand in Eastern North Carolina. So our showcase location, our first location, east of Raleigh is the Wilson location that we have, and we're currently planning on opening more locations. Hopefully, one of them here in Rocky Mount, including Rocky Mount in the near future.
There you go. That's the right.
Greenville,
verbiage.
Goldsboro. So we've got quite a few geographies that we want to go into.
Yeah.
So absolutely love it. Got into it because you know, I was in pharmaceuticals, and my dad, so pharmaceuticals, and I always wanted to help people. And you know, after 30 years in pharmaceuticals, I got a little bit tired of not seeing the actual results. And PT's super amazing. It's very noble. You see, and it's super rewarding when you see a patient that can barely walk in. And then, you know, after a few sessions, couple months, 3 months, they're walking on their own power. So that's super cool.
And I'll share with you one. It's not saying his father was in Florida or Texas at the time.
So yeah.
And he went to a physical, and they got him walking again, and you know, he saw firsthand his own family. What a great company! What a great franchise!
Absolutely.
And that's when he made the switch.
Okay.
He was, you know, he was burying the lead there, wasn't he? I don't know.
You just jumped in, but yeah, that's true. So my dad suffers from a lot of balance issues, vestibular neuropathy, normal pressure hydrocephalus, which all affects his balance. So we're working with him as well. He lives in Texas.
People with Meniere's disease, are you able to work with that some?
That is one of the few ones. As you know, vertigo can come from numerous things. Is it positional vertigo? If it's positional vertigo, BPV, you know, everybody knows the terms, right?
No, they don't.
They don't, but we know.
Right.
It's benign paroxysmal positional vertigo.
Right.
Basically, it's when you get up from bed and you get dizzy, or when you come up from a chair, go to sit. It's positional, and it can be adapted because it's in her ear. And with certain movements, be Dix Hall Pike Apley, and I did the gentleman today who was from Rocky Mount before he went on vacation. I can handle that, no problem. If it's neuritis, we may be able to look at some things. Meniere's is one that's kind of a little bit harder, and it's better served, just being honest, with medication. But we can still help you with your balance and your gait and your ambulation, walking, basically fancy terms for walking. But yeah, it's a little bit tougher, and I'm pretty honest with people when I do the evaluation. I say, I can help this, I can't help that.
I expected that answer, but you know, you always hope for the best, right?
Yeah.
You always think, and who knows, maybe in a couple of years something.
Yes.
Yeah, we always say you were here 20 years ago. You're here right now. If we can get you up here,
That's right.
we're helping you.
Yep, that's right. And you know, you said about elderly people falling, and
Sure.
that when you do an annual wellness visit for Medicare, that's one of the topics that you're supposed to discuss is
To your point, right.
falling.
And many doctors just say, have you fallen in the last 12 months?
Right.
And they pass out as a test, right? We do a lot of fall risk assessments as well.
Which are
for
very
that.
good, and they'll see their own weakness and deficit. Which interesting is, well, I don't fall, Dr. Dan, but I stumbled a little bit.
Right,
I ran into the closet, and I'm like, that's technically a fall. So you get, patients, well, I fell back into the chair. Yes, that's a fall.
Right.
You don't necessarily have to hit the ground and break
Right,
your hip.
right.
It can still
Right.
be a
And that's what we don't
stumble.
want to
Right.
happen.
Or
because you break your
I'm
hip,
constantly
you're in
using the
trouble.
couch so that I don't fall,
Right.
right?
Well, and
Right.
if you do home visits, furniture walking is very common.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you screen the people and you go, how do you walk at home? Well, I got the couch over
Right.
here and
They
this right here.
position their
And the
furniture.
chair over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I've got a friend who's got, oh geez, I can't remember.
Do you want us to go to a break?
Anyway, she walks like that. She, I want to say ALS, and it's not ALS. It's, anyway, but she does that. She positioned everything.
Sure.
So she
Furniture
could
walk.
get up from the couch and get to the bathroom, get up from the couch and get to the kitchen to get water, and
Yeah.
could hold on to everything.
Which is better than the alternative. It's wise to do that if you know your fall risk,
Absolutely.
but there's a better solution. than
Right,
that.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. So, do you have another video you want to show right now?
We could,
Or-
if we're going to continue talking about balance, we could show the SOS system. We
okay.
have that
That'd be
video, the
perfect.
one
And I
that
said
says balance.
600 pounds one, and we can talk over this one. How much does it actually hold?
The railing system
Yeah,
can
that-
hold
and you
up
can
to,
see it. It
yeah,
looks
you
like-
see it on the ceiling right there. So yeah, that system can hold up to 600 pounds, depending on the harness that we put on that patient, and that it allows all of our therapists to work hands-free with the patient, so they can get challenged and move and progress that patient along a lot faster than if we were just using a traditional gait belt or
Right.
holding the back
Right,
of their
right.
pants.
And that's
or
what they
stuff.
do. So
Which is what 90% of physical therapy places
Right.
do when they say they do balance.
Right, right.
And it frees up, is the key word, is free, and so I don't have to do standby assist, contact guard assist, min assist. We know what those terms are. It's the more effort. They are more independent, and we can set them up for better challenges.
Correct.
You saw that gentleman
I
tapping
love
the
this.
cones. Yeah.
I love this. It's absolutely. I'm gonna, Sandra. We need to go to their.
I'll just wait till we get one up here in Rocky Mount.
Okay, another video, and then we'll go to
I
break.
wanted you to finish your thoughts.
Oh well, I've always got a thought. My brain's always going.
So we can talk over these, remember.
Okay. That's,
These are your standard VOs, right? Voiceovers, right? We'll see it in a minute.
You got it all.
So we don't just do, obviously,
Balance.
It's probably 75, 70%.
Yeah,
I don't know the
about
numbers,
65 to 70% balance.
But we do
Okay.
we do traditional, manual therapy.
Right,
That would be
right.
a shoulder injury, maybe post rotator cuff, or maybe biceps tendon. The various things.
Right.
So it's an easy to do. Certain tests. Is it biceps tendon? Is it empty can test? Is it rotator cuff? Are you cervically protracted? And we can work on retraction, posture. Often in balance and vertigo, there's a cervical limit. So I check a lot of times anymore too. Everybody's at a computer, and then we're on our
Yep,
phones,
just
and
like
everybody's
this all
walking
day
in like
long.
this. So we're, your whole system, your whole skeletal system, where your nerves are running out, is going to operate better if I get better posture.
Right.
And as all three of us are sitting like this.
I know, right?
That's a bad example.
I mean, I
Sit up,
like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw that when you were
better.
talking about it.
But
Yep.
that comes into play. You look at the, holistic is an overused term, but you do look at it holistically. Somebody that's per balance, they may have an inner ear positional vertigo. They may have neuropathy, so they can't feel. And the third component is vision. They may have a vision deficit, and we will screen. I will have you stand on one leg. I will have you stand, we call it tandem or drunk driving stance, and we may do this later with her or Juan. I will have you.
It's water, I promise.
I will have you stand, with your eyes closed, which a lot of people surprisingly can't do. And I will do, maybe it's strength in your legs you have trouble. I will do a sit to stand test. How many times can you stand up in 30 seconds? And I urge anybody watching at home, just do it, put your hands like this. And some people can't even stand up.
Yeah.
If you push off, are you going to do it double digits? That's one of the goals. In 30 seconds, you should be able to do, in a lot of age groups, 11, 12, 15, 18 times. I've had people who can't get out of the chair in 30 seconds, and I'll even allow them to push off, and they do, like you said, the setup. Wait a minute,
Yeah.
give me a second,
Yeah.
and you get a lot of
Yeah.
this back and forth.
Yeah.
So that tells me that component's at play.
Right.
They have weak legs.
Right.
If they hop out of the chair 15 times, no problem. Okay, now we go to this next
Oh
step.
boy.
Right.
I'm going to be the guinea pig. We'll see how strong I am. Oh boy. Anyway, all right. It's time for our first break. So don't go away. These two interesting guys will be right here with me, and we're going to keep on talking. We're going to keep on finding out more about physical therapy. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
When Jay arrived at the emergency department with a hernia, he was in pain, scared, and unsure of what would happen next. That's when he met Dr. Clarice Monnier.
The way she conveyed, it was something that I could understand. She didn't talk over my head. She called me at home on her cell phone just to see how I was doing. They really treated me like family. I just can't say enough. I wouldn't be hesitant to come back here.
Learn more at nashsurgery.com.
We're in our 18th year of practice at the Hammer Chiropractic Center, and we've seen over 15,000 different people in the Rocky Mount area. 40% of headaches actually come from a neck problem. Many patients come in taking multiple aspirin, over-the-counter medications and such a day, and we can get you to stop doing that and actually fix the problem so the headaches don't arise anymore. A lot of people think chiropractic hurts. It does not. Most of the people come in and they feel great when they leave.
When faced with special care needs for elderly or disabled loved ones, families want compassionate, comforting care. That's Tender Touch Home Care Services' goal, providing the level of care we would expect for our own. With over 10 years of home care excellence, Tender Touch provides an array of services that keeps your loved one at home. From personal care, light housekeeping, errands, and meal preparation, to our private duty care program, which combines all of our home care offerings in one package.
Tender Touch Home Care Services, where your needs are our concern.
What is Celebrate Recovery? It's a Christ-centered, faith-based recovery program for anyone dealing with life's hurts, habits, and hang-ups. Celebrate Recovery meets every Thursday night at 7 p.m. at Farmington Heights Church in the Wilson, Raleigh, and surrounding areas. Please join us every Thursday night at 7 p.m.
Sorry, I'm running late. I'm running my mouth. I know y'all can't even believe that because
Shock.
I've done this show for 10 years, so these people know me well.
In shock and dismay.
I
both.
know, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about access. How do you get there? Do you have to have your doctor refer you? So who wants to address
I'm
that?
gonna let-
I'll talk a little bit about that.
Mr.
Okay.
Ferrer.
So there's two different ways you can get here, right? One is definitely a referral from your doctor,
Sure.
which is the more traditional way. But we also have to remember that North Carolina is what we call a direct access state.
I didn't know that.
What does direct? You didn't know
I
that?
sure did not.
It's very interesting.
So what is direct access?
Walk
Right.
right in and say,
That-
hey, here I am.
You have the opportunity to seek the care that you need. So you can pick who your physical therapist is, go in, have him evaluate you, have him run the tests, and work with you on a potential plan of care. Right? So that is what direct access means. And then insurance will usually step up and cover even if you come in through direct access. We obviously work hand in hand with your doctor as well. So every patient that we get, Dr. Dan and his team develop plan of care, and that gets sent to the doctors.
And can I say a couple of doctors who've been great in Wilson for us? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Satterfield's been great,
Yep.
McKee's been great, Barton's been great. And I've never met these people. But their patients come in, And
Next time he's going to say Prezioso's great. You just wait. I'm next on the list.
Yes, you will be. You're
I'll
right.
be number one.
Solid Final Four for you Duke UNC fans, okay? You know the lingo.
Oh, go Heels.
So
go ahead.
I was going to say, the cool thing about direct access, right, it gives you access to an evaluation, diagnosis, treatment for yourself, whether pain related, whether it's balance related, whether it's, you know, I have to rehab because I had a knee replacement surgery or a hip replacement. So that's what direct access is. So it means you don't have to wait as long as you would if you had to go through the traditional process of referrals.
Right.
And as you would know in your profession, generally the ortho post-surgery, we're getting the order. They've already had it because they have put in an artificial knee. But it's more common to have the low back pain, the shoulder injury, and sometimes they go to the doctor, sometimes they don't, and then they will walk in. You know, it's usually not post-surgery. We're going to get an order for that, no problem. It's usually the nagging day-to-day pains.
And most of our direct access patients are actually balanced.
Yeah.
Are they
So
really?
a lot of the balanced patients come in through direct access.
And word of mouth.
Yeah, word of mouth, absolutely.
A lot of my neighbor, you know. I saw Hazel walking without her cane.
Right.
Mabel didn't even need the rollator at church and stuff like that.
Right.
It's, you know, legit.
That's exactly right.
We do couples therapy as well. We get a lot of wives or
Did you say
husbands that come in.
couples therapy?
Coincidentally, we will work on the wife and the husband, the spouse and the patient. He made it sound like we're swingers down in Florida. We do
I thought
couples
maybe
therapy.
we were doing,
And with
I
that
know,
accent,
all right.
it all went in a different direction, for goodness sakes.
But you know what I mean. So we get a lot. We got that word of mouth works within couples as well.
Well, you will have, and it's funny. We've had daughters, or bringing their parents. Well, I think you could help me too. You get a lot of that, which is obvious because they'll see what we're doing.
Right.
And that's happened. What he means by couples, it's often been the husband bringing in the wife, or vice versa.
Gotcha.
And you do so well with that spouse that the other one goes, I think you could help me a little bit.
Well, and you know, it's really nice in the sandwich generation when you've got people that are raising kids and helping mom and dad, and then mom, you know, can't do stuff, and you're lifting her and helping her to the bathroom, and oh, my back. So
we can teach, as you do in your profession as well, you teach the caregiver. And I will say this, and people will relate to it, the caregiver gives them a break too. They're worried about mom or dad walking, they bring them in, and often there's an altered mental status. You know, maybe they have early onset Alzheimer's or dementia. They feel safe with their parent walking in that SOS system, and then they can sit there and run to the Food Lion or the or Harris Teeter or whatever your preference is. I'm not trying to get rid of sponsors here, but they can run and get some errands done, or even if they can sit there and be brain dead on their phone, get caught up on
read a book on your phone.
So
it's
been very beneficial, and we have some of our best clients, and it's this. If it isn't the spouse, it's the kids and siblings. We've got some patients, the kids rotate. And I go, which one are you? I've met 5 of you. But it's a great deal, and they're so happy for their parents because this is they're walking better than they have in years, and they're not afraid. They're not scared of them falling.
Right. So, pelvic therapy. That's interesting to me. What exactly is pelvic therapy?
Go ahead.
I was going to say we do level 1 pelvic therapy, and I'll let Dan talk about the medical aspect of it.
Yeah, a lot of it is the 2 of our assistants. They have been trained in it.
Okay.
So
I hope they're females.
Right. Which is more comfortable.
Yes.
With the females, and I'll usually do the evaluation and just get the data.
Right.
And then I will say, hey, they're going to step in, and trust me, most people are very appreciative.
Is that going to be
pelvic floor?
Okay.
Pelvic floor, incontinence.
Urinary incontinence, which is
number 1.
Which is a big issue.
That's what level 1 is.
But it's not just in
there's only one other one that I know of around here that does that.
I will say it's not just grandma, right? Which old people, it's grandpa as well. It's dad, but it's also menopausal women who've had kids 8, 10, 15 years ago, and all of a sudden they're like, I'll be blatant and honest with you, Dan, I sneeze. and I can't.
That's
I
right.
go to the airport, and if I pass a bathroom, I better get on it. I laughed the other day watching it in Seinfeld or something.
Exactly.
It's the
That's
stuff that
yes.
you made fun of when you were 20, and now you're that person,
That's right.
61
That's
my
right.
age, and
Yeah.
you are going, I better get in there for
And-
it.
And to your point, we get a lot of patients from Rocky Mount, from all the surrounding areas, because not very many people can do pelvic, even if it's just level
I
one.
only know of one other one, like I said, and I might not know of all of them, but I've been a nurse practitioner in this town for 13 years,
And
so
to that-
I know most of them.
And to Dan's point, right? Most people think of pelvic and associate it with women, but we get as many men as women.
And we'll give a shout out to Addison, one of our PTAs. She's phenomenal. She's got like 5 clients right now that just love her.
So for the men, is it urinary incontinence as well?
More frequency and urgency is the terms I would use. Yeah.
Okay.
Urinary urgencies, gotta go, gotta go. Everybody knows the first shot. And frequency, you go. You got to be kidding me! I just went an hour
Right.
ago. I barely had any
Right.
water.
Right.
And also, people getting up at night because sleep. I don't know if you've ever heard this. It's a new thought in medicine. Sleep's important to your health. No, but so people are getting up 2-3 times a night, and if you can get them down to just once a night, they're happy. Like, yeah,
It makes a big difference.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's awesome. So I do want to kind of circle, unless you have something you specifically want to talk about, I want to go back to the neurological and the vestibular and vertigo, because vertigo is so common.
Positional vertigo,
All day long.
Yeah, and you have to be a Columbo, a little bit of a detective, you know. Pardon me, one more thing, you know. So that's what I do. I just keep probing, and then eventually I'll find out, and I'll be honest with somebody. I'll say, I believe, you know, this is more, and I'm going to use terms, and people can follow along. Is it peripheral on the outside, right, or central nervous system, which could be coming from the brainstem? As you know, or the cranial nerves more specifically, cerebellum, you know this stuff. Our coordination comes from back here. You know how sometimes your creative's this and your memory's this. I don't know if I got them right there. So there's areas of the brain that I am not equipped to deal with. And if I see those signs by simple test, if I see those signs, I will be honest and say you may need to go see, you know, a specialist. But if I see the peripheral and it's pretty easy, yeah, we're going to take care of that for you.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Awesome, awesome.
And you know, there's different types. Is it lightheadedness? Is it a spinning dizziness? Is it, you know, and you know some of the tests. We do tests where I can put you in a position that provokes your dizziness, and that's how you treat it. And I say this to every patient. I'm going to do something you're not going to like me the first day.
Oh yeah, I've had it done.
I'm going to make you dizzy.
Oh,
but
I didn't like it.
in a week, 10 days, it's the quickest patients I have where I only see them 3 or 4 times is off into positional vertigo. And then I'm their best friend. They're baking us cookies. And
I know.
Yeah.
I've been treated for that.
So you can relate.
And I know how bad it is, and I know how good it is once you get through.
And when you have it, you got to get treated quickly and fast, and that's you know, like the gentleman that we had
that's the
today from
thing.
Rocky Mount.
Right.
He called us yesterday. Says I really need this, and we'll work with you to get you in, and Dr. Dan can help start that treatment.
Yeah, awesome. We can just touch on chronic back pain. You know, that's the most common diagnosis.
I've never heard about that.
No.
Really?
Never.
Well, I'm
Just
glad I
kidding.
could tell you something. Yeah, I know you're kidding.
Which is very interesting about that is I'm Columbo, right? I got to wear a bunch of hats. I turn into a dentist. So when I show them exercises and I give them tips, and even Sandra asked me earlier about like ice versus heat. So I'll say, you know, think warm up, heat in the morning if you're stiff, if you're sore at night, ice. Simple rule, not 100%. I'll give them advice. I'll give them a core plan, simple core plan, abdominal bracing. You're not going to have to do 20,000 crunches, right? Some bridges, some stretching into extension, some posture tips. And they'll look at you and say, Linda or Dr. Dan, you know, do I have to do this every day? And I say, do you ever leave the dentist and say, do I have to brush and floss every day? Yeah, you kind of got to do some things. You have to be proactive. You have to do some exercises. They're simple. I'm not going to give you 100 exercises. You're not going to have to power clean and deadlift and lunge and do all these goofy things. But you are going to have to do some trunk rotation.
Right.
Just loosen up. Get some movement. There's, you know, which plane? Sagittal plane, frontal plane,
Side to side, up and down.
Yeah. So just some simple exercises, stretching. Almost every guy my age, maybe at Juan's age, he's younger, comes in
Not
and
by
they have
much.
a bad back, I do a hamstring test. You know, you're supposed to be able to lift your leg up laying down 90 degrees. straight up. Yeah. Almost everyone, I get guys at like 30, 45 degrees. I'm like, when's the last time you stretched out? And I'll laugh and I'm like, you a truck driver? Yeah, I sit a lot, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So, or they sit a lot of
Well,
work.
most all of us
Yeah,
sit a lot.
yeah.
Way too much.
Way too much, exactly. So, and so you just get a lot of it's just like fundamental, simple things, logical things. And if they are proactive and they do it and compliant, they will see a change. TENS units, we don't have an E-STEM unit, so they can come in 3 times a week and we put them on E-STEM. We have TENS units you can try, and if you like one, you can go purchase one on your own, you can purchase one a year, and you can use these at home every day. And I've had patients, kid
So
you not.
explain to them what a TENS
A TENS unit
is.
stands for transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation. It's about the size, can you please hold up your microphone? It can be the size of that. And it looks like a jumper cable system, red, black, black, red. And it puts on, now in a clinic, most of them will have a big machine and it looks like a science project and they're Dr. Frankenstein in there, and it works. But you can get a home one, obviously home use one.
I think
and
they
you
have
can
them at
use
Walmart.
Yeah, that's just it. But watch it. Don't buy the one Shaq advertises like for $12. You got to pay a little bit to get quality.
You want a medical grade TENS unit.
Yeah, and they can have different settings, and I'll go over the settings. I'll go over safety issues. And then I've had patients come back. I had a guy who couldn't quit work, came in with his wife, and this wasn't even here. It was another place I worked, and I gave him a TENS unit. And his wife was like, oh my God, he's walking now, he's lost weight. Why didn't anybody else tell us about this? I'm like, because they wanted you to keep coming back.
Right.
So a lot of the back pain, they have to be, make them own their therapy, their recovery. But it is the most common, as you know.
Yes.
And we do those individualized plans, but you have to be part of the plan. It's not just Dr. Dan or a great team, Denise or Abby, Addie, or
People want, they want a pill and lose 10 pounds instantaneously.
Well, and they've done research
and they
studies
want
on
to
that.
go see you one time and be fixed and you're perfect.
Yeah.
we always say PT and balance therapy, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. So if you're willing to go through that marathon, you will get better, right?
But you have to be willing to do
You have to be willing to do a little bit of that work.
You got to make some changes.
Right.
You have to be, like I said, you have to own your plan of care.
Yeah, you really do, and it's some people don't want to. So let's just hit fitness and wellness. Tell me about that.
Well, some people are deconditioned. PT stands for physical therapy, not personal trainer. All right. I believe in pain-free range of motion. I believe in proper form. I'll give an example. I just had a gentleman today, and I showed him how to stretch out his trap, and I said, sit down, so like a ground wire, and just let your ear go to your, and everybody shows this one. And I'm like, they're the same people who wear the shirt at the gym that says, pain is weakness leaving your body. And I said, okay, give me your finger, and I'm going to jam it in the drawer. And when I jam it in the drawer, I'm going to say, 5 more, 10 more reps. It's kind of silly. I don't do that. I look at what is feasible, what is logical, and it's pain-free range of motion. Like I said earlier, doctor, it hurts when I do this. So you're going to do simple pulleys, active range of motion, active assist range of motion. You're going to start down here. You're going to do, these terms, Codmans, which are pendulum exercises. Then you're going to work them up here. Then we're going to be on the wall, and we're going to play either Itsy Bitsy Spider, or we're going to play Mr. Miyagi. But I'm going to have you do stuff that you could do at home, and that is pain-free range of motion to improve your range of motion. Strengthening, any of this stuff. I'm not, we don't have a huge squat rack. We don't have a bench. We have simple functional weights. Most people as they age, most people who go to the gym don't realize how much other people don't work out. So we don't get a lot of that clientele. We get more of the people who used to be. I was an athlete in college, Dan. I was an athlete in high school. Now I can't even chase the grandkids around. I have a gentleman right now, he just wants to play catch with his grandkids, and he was a good baseball player back in the day, probably about my age. So he wants to just play catch with his kids. So that's what we're going for, our grandkids, I should say.
Yeah, we're not going to get you to bench press 250 pounds, but you will do,
Which is, we know is not a lot. He thinks it's a lot.
Okay.
I know it's a lot.
But we can do 10 pounds, 5 pounds, and get everybody back into that habit of exercising.
And also show them correct form, which a lot of people at the gym, they're ripped their deltoid and they're going like this. And you say, how about you turn the thumb up? That's the scapular plane. Oh yeah, crazy how that works.
I know, right?
A lot of people go to the gym, get hurt, so the form is important.
I love what are the gyms, like the Oh, what's the
Planet Fitness?
No.
Oh.
Like the hardcore old garages.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that training, I love those patients. Keep them coming, personal trainers. You're filling up great. I get a lot of your clients as well.
Keep on keeping on. All right. That's the word for the night. So, all right. And pediatrics. What kind of stuff do you have to do for pediatrics?
Well, as we said, and you want to handle this?
I can talk. I mean, the pediatrics is infants all the way through 18-year-olds, right? So there's a lot of kids, high school age kids, middle-aged kids that need, you know, they get a sports injury,
Right.
they can come in,
Okay.
we can work with them, even some balance cases.
We've had a couple of Barton athletes,
yeah.
you know.
Sure.
So
More than a couple, I would say.
Yeah, well, a handful. I'll go up a couple. Pediatrics, and I said this to Sandra before the show, everybody associates that as infants, you know, but a 9-year-old, a 12-year-old.
Right.
And you get kids that are on the spectrum, that toe walk, that you know, they have tight heel cores, or just think Achilles or calf, right? And we teach them simple stretching programs. We usually get the parent involved. And also, sometimes those are kids lost in the shuffle. Like in PE class, they just put them in a corner, and we get them in, and we have a trampoline, and we have, you know, you saw the cones and hurdles, and do obstacle courses with them, and make a lot of fun, and get them back to where they should be.
Proper walking technique, proper running technique. There's a lot of kids that, like Dan says, they just put in the corner and they don't really get to
Right.
develop,
Right.
and we help.
Right.
We help with that.
Perfect.
And I'll say Denise is great at that.
Denise is absolutely
So
amazing
we got
with
to give
kids.
Addison, not Abby.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Addie. I'm sorry, Addie.
So we gave Addison a shout out. Now we give Denise a shout out.
Can't call women by the wrong name, Juan. You're going to have to get better. All right, it's time for our next break. And when we come back, we're going to do demonstrations. I'm going to be a guinea pig.
Yay!
I'll be another guinea pig.
Juan's going to be a guinea pig, and Dr. Dan's going to do what Dr. Dan does. So don't go away. We'll be right back with more. Here's to your good health. Hold on for me.
When Jay arrived at the emergency department with a hernia, he was in pain, scared, and unsure of what would happen next. That's when he met Dr. Clarice Monnier.
The way she conveyed, it was something that I could understand. She didn't talk over my head. She called me at home on her cell phone just to see how I was doing. They really treated me like family. I just can't say enough, and I wouldn't be hesitant to come back here.
Learn more at nashsurgery.com.
We're in our 18th year of practice at the Hammer Chiropractic Center, and we've seen over 15,000 different people in the Rocky Mount area. 40% of headaches actually come from a neck problem. Many patients come in taking multiple aspirin, over-the-counter medications and such a day, and we can get you to stop doing that and actually fix the problem so the headaches don't arise anymore. A lot of people think chiropractic hurts. It does not. Most of the people come in and they feel great when they leave.
When faced with special care needs for elderly or disabled loved ones, families want compassionate, comforting care. That's Tender Touch Home Care Services' goal, providing the level of care we would expect for our own. With over 10 years of home care excellence, Tender Touch provides an array of services that keeps your loved one at home. From personal care, light housekeeping, errands, and meal preparation, to our private duty care program, which combines all of our home care offerings in one package.
Tender Touch Home Care Services, where your needs are our concern.
What is Celebrate Recovery? It's a Christ-centered, faith-based recovery program for anyone dealing with life's hurts, habits, and hang-ups. Celebrate Recovery meets every Thursday night at 7 p.m. at Farmington Heights Church in the Wilson, Raleigh, and surrounding areas. Please join us every Thursday night at 7 p.m.
All right, we're back. This is it. This is the guinea pig section, or session, I should say. So I'm just going to stand right here for right now, and they're going to do their thing with this harness.
Well, we're going to show it's the safety
overhead system.
Support system. I'm going to step over this.
Sure.
And it's just like I joke. It's like if you've jumped out of an airplane before, and we actually come up through the legs. Now remember, the people are clipped in on the overhead system.
Right.
And we joke, it's like, you know what it feel like dry cleaning feels like, or a piece of meat at the butcher.
I don't
but
know.
you're
I
not
would
going
think
to
it'd
fall.
be like Superman.
Well, you can do that. His son actually did it when we first opened.
Yeah, when we first opened.
So you put that on and it's secure. So as opposed to the gate belt, where it just goes around your waist and you're holding on a gate belt here, this whole thing is locked on, including in your legs, as you can see underneath.
Yeah. And like we said, it'll hold up to 600 pounds.
And I tell a lot of some of the bigger patients who are worried, I say, this can hold both of us. You know, you get a 300-pound guy, I'm like, this can hold both of us. And you'll yank on it to show them. So it gives them a sense, to elicit that fear of falling, and you can still hold on. So this is the number one thing why he owns Physical, and
why
I
you
work
came
for
joined
Physical,
us.
because we can work with patients and feel a lot safer to challenge them. So all of a sudden you got somebody with a gate belt, you know, you see them,
instead of holding them like
20
this.
minutes. Oh, Dr. Dan, you know, and just to get them to step over something.
Right.
With this, you're like, then they're like, okay, I'll step over sideways. Oh, I'll come over here and tap cones, pick up my feet. And a lot of reasons we do, I know we're going to use you now, Linda.
Oh, boy.
Let's see how long you can stand on one foot. I'm going to have you put your hands like this. Very clever, but not what I was looking for.
I can't.
See if you can stand.
I can't.
You literally can't? Are you in the medical profession?
I sit all day.
Can you?
Oh,
all right,
boy.
let's see how
This is
long.
something I've been working on at home.
So, and Juan, I'm going to give him, since I'm teasing.
Oh, okay.
Juan was a goalie at the University of Houston and still coaches soccer, so he has really good balance. And so you should be able to, the difference between falling, 1, 2, 3, 4.
We got you.
So we'll have people do that because they say, Dr. Dan, I don't walk on, when's the last time I stood on one foot? And I say, have you walked up the stairs? Have you walked normally? You should be standing on one leg all the time.
Just going up the curb.
Right.
So the whole thing is you want to be able to stand on one leg because that avoids falling.
And how long? 5 seconds? Is that all?
Oh, we shoot for much more than that. The cutoffs are 1 second, 4 seconds, 7 seconds, 10 seconds. I tell everybody you don't have to stand on one leg and juggle and smoke cigarettes, but you should be able to stand on one leg because everybody gets older and they start shuffling their feet and they start walking like Tim Conway on the Carol Burnett show, and then they trip.
I can do better on one leg than the other.
It's that first
Why is
movement, and then you trip. Can you recover? Because you just tripped. Can you stand on one leg for that 3 or 4 seconds? And if you can't, you're going to fall.
Right.
So you're walking over and you're at the sink and your little dog runs underneath you. You know, you're stepping.
Stuff like that happens.
It happens
every
all
day.
the time.
More than you imagine.
Or you're stepping over.
Or you're in the shower, right? You stand with your feet together, eyes closed. How long can you do that? You're
Sorry, put your feet
washing
together.
your hair.
Put your feet together. Stand like this. All right, close your eyes.
Pretty good.
So not bad. So we took.
Thanks.
So we took away your vision, and that's how we screen you. You know, some people they rely. Your third component for balance is your vision. Number one, and it's not 33%, 33%, 33%. Number one is vestibular, your inner ear. Number two is proprioception, or just sensation on your feet or hands. Can I tell where I'm at in space? So am I touching the ground? And the third one is vision. Now, obviously, vision is the least important because you have blind runners run marathons. But if you are at a loss up here and you're standing like this and you shut your eyes and you stumble, that tells me you're relying on your vision, and it may be inner ear, and we'll address that. Or I often ask in the evaluations, are you a diabetic? Yes or no? Are you on medication? If you are, do you have neuropathy? And I'll even ask, are you taking gabapentin for neuropathy? Because there's a drug component as well. So you screen those out, you ask the right questions, you get the right answers, and you know how to address them. So unfortunately, if you're relying on your vision, we're mean, you're going to walk down and I'm going to say, shut your eyes. And you'll see people veer one way, veer the other way. And what's interesting is studies show when you veer, and Physical has, the company has this great paradigm that Dr. Warner has designed, and I've met with him, that he just takes you through and it's easy. But if you lean one way, that's probably the deficit. You're making up for it in the right ear.
That's
Kinda
where you
the-
march.
You've done the Dix Hall Pike and the Epleys. When I take you back, if your eyes are rotating, I know which ear it's in. Same thing. People much smarter than me, including Warner, figure this out, and I just take bits and pieces from it. So it's an easy adaptation.
So how do you tell the difference between that deficit and a true Romberg?
Oh, good question.
Thanks.
The Romberg leads into it.
That's why I make the big
But
bucks.
the Romberg leads into it. What she's talking about, I had to put her hands, and all right, can you stand like this on even ground, eyes closed, for a minute? Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Then we're going to take you to the next level. Stand on this pad.
Oh, jeez.
So the floor is not compliant, hard. It is very much like standing on mulch or leaves or dirt.
Right.
So put your hands like
Sand.
the sand. All right,
Close
close
my
your eyes
eyes.
now. First off, hold on, open your eyes. Put your feet together. Tighten up the base of support.
There you
feet
go.
together.
Okay.
Now close your
Woo,
eyes.
this is,
Close your eyes.
oh, yes, sir. This is much harder.
And she's swaying, and she's not acting, right? You
No, I
all
was swinging.
And also, if you're able to stand, like Juan's very good at standing on one foot for 20
we could try that.
seconds. You get on here. Good.
Then
stand
I'm
on one foot.
not as good at
Nowhere
standing
near
on
as
this one.
So we
It's
can
not
take a
easy.
college athlete, we can take somebody who's
You're
been
a
using a
show-off.
walker, and we will take them to the next level. It's all appropriate, logical for
Right.
that patient.
Right.
Specific, as you said,
Right.
I think earlier.
I think it's only because I have heels on. That must be it. It couldn't be a deficit in me.
And Parkinson's patients, it's that initiation step. The tremors. So we'll do stuff, and we can spread this out. With Bonnie Cohen's, we do a lot of, not only standing on one foot, coordination. Can you tap? Can you tap with both legs? Can you reach down? Can you tap? Can you reach down? Just coordination.
You can do the
stuff.
jabs if you're doing it.
Yeah, I have a Parkinson's guy, and I
Yeah,
found out he liked boxing, so I will hold up the pads. And he's standing on, you saw that bridge we had, the shuttle board,
Yes.
which is like being on a dock or a boat. And he's swinging, and it's funny because his wife laughs because he walks in with a cane, but I get him on that, and his eyes light up because he's had a background in martial arts, so he enjoys it.
Sure.
So find something and a lot of the old athletes we talk about, and I'm one of them, right?
Yeah.
Is they enjoy, kind of the obstacle course. Little kids enjoy that. So it's not just, not just boring stuff. It's stepping over stuff, climbing over stuff.
Walking the plank, we have like one of these that is very long, and you have to work tippy toe on that also
Is
to
it
find your balance.
soft and
All right.
mushy like
I
that?
want you,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want you, it's worse. I want you to stand. We talked about the drunk driving test, tandem
boy.
stance it's called. Come on, get on there, please.
All right.
So
I put
tandem,
heel toe.
Heel to toe.
Heel. Oh.
There you go.
Oh, jeez.
Lit as a Christmas tree. She's drunk as a skunk.
I can't do it.
But because
Oh, my
you know why?
gosh.
And you're my patient right now. You probably haven't done it. Nobody's asked you to stand like this. The only
No.
reason I can do it, I do it every day with patients, and also my carport is this small, so I got to walk like that, or I'm going to knock over stuff.
Maybe.
But isn't it interesting?
Well, I'm trying to do it.
So
Not even all that easy.
I have-
Nobody can pass that drunk test. Drunk
I
or
have
not.
patients much worse who haven't even put their feet together. Dan, I haven't done that in years. They haven't stood like this, and now they can do it for 30 seconds, a minute. The first day they were grabbing the wall. Same token, some core people, ladies with bad backs. I've had ladies who couldn't do a plank. You guys all know what a plank is, right?
Yeah.
For 5 seconds, 1 or 3 seconds. And I mean, we're talking 80-year-old people, 70-year-old people.
82-year-olds.
They're doing 40, 45 seconds, and they're all proud. I went to my niece's wedding, and they all laughed at me, and I outdid all of them. It's a great, because they take ownership of the plan of care. I had one lady laugh at me. I said, I need you to do a plank. She goes, oh, God, you're serious. So I got to check out your core strength. Same thing here. Like people say, I haven't stood on one foot in 10 years, and I just laugh. I go, do you ever walk up stairs?
Yeah, but
Then you stand on
walking
one foot.
up the stairs and standing for a few minutes is different.
Yes, but just
anyway.
the difference if you can stand for 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 1, you get to 10, you get the idea.
Right.
The difference is as you slowly improve, I don't need everybody, as I said earlier, to juggle blindfolded for 30 seconds. But if you can only do 1 second, let's get to 4 or 5. And we do that.
Let's say
with people in the
you
parallel
trip,
bars.
right? And you end up
Yeah,
balancing for
recovery.
1, 2
Right,
seconds, that recovery.
right,
That
right.
makes
So
a
can
big difference.
Can you advance to 5 seconds? Okay, you made it to 5, like the tandem. You're at 10, go for 15, 20. Doubling it's phenomenal. Percentage-wise, our lowest functioning patients are our most improved. They're for baseball fans, they're the guy with the 100 average who gets to 200. The 300 average only gets to 320. What's the bigger improvement? What's makes sense?
And to your point, right? If they're that hitter and they can't hit a fastball, what are we going to work on? They can hit the curveball, but we'll work on that fastball.
The sports analogies all the time.
know,
Like I did the golf one, the putting, driving.
Right.
If you shoot, all right, for you Duke UNC fans, one of you I think cheered for it.
We're both Chapel Hill
Chapel
fans.
Hill, okay.
Yeah.
So
Don't hold it against
How's
me.
Chapel Bill doing? Just kidding. So a guy can shoot threes, but he can't shoot free throws, which is common nowadays, which makes no sense because they don't practice free throws. So what do the coaches do? Hubert Davis says, let's go practice free throws, guy. You know, shoot threes, but this is easy points. They're called free throws for a reason. Clock's not running. So we do that type of theory. What you're good at, congratulations, we'll never touch that again. You come in and you can hold a plank for a minute, you can stand on your leg for 30 seconds, fine. But I close my eyes and you stumble, we're going to do almost everything with your eyes closed.
I'm gonna work on this.
It's kind of the physical paradigm,
It's a
too.
challenge for me.
Is the whole setup, and it starts with the Romberg, the screening. They take it, can you stand, like I said, feet together, eyes closed, all right, you pass everything. Now let's put you on the pad, can you do it? All right, can you feet apart, feet together, standing on tandem, standing on one leg, okay, we just take it to the next level. So real quick, feet together, from feet apart. Then it's tandem. Then it's standing on one leg. And if you pass all those and do all of them, then we take it with eyes closed. And if you pass all those, then we go to the pad. If you pass all those, we start doing what's in our business, you call it perturbations.
Great.
One of the worst words in medicine. But it means just shoving you. So, because what if you get knocked off when you're in the grocery store or something, or you're in a parking lot, or you're at a game? You're in Chapel Hill. You're cheering on the team, and it's crowded. You go to the concession stands, and somebody bumps into you. Do you have the ability to gather yourself in that fight?
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, we're just about out of time, so I want to talk just a minute about y'all take insurance.
We do. Most insurances, we take all major insurances, Medicare, and they cover the cost of physical therapy. So many people say, oh, but Medicare doesn't pay for it. Wrong. Medicare pays for 80%, and if you have a supplemental plan to help with that Medicare, you're normally $0 out of pocket.
Okay.
Right? And commercial insurances, it will vary from $5 copay to some really bad plans like you were discussing on the break, $85,
So
right?
people out there, is that Cigna, Aetna?
Cigna, Aetna, Humana, Blue Cross Blue Shield,
Blue Cross
United.
Blue Shield's great, actually.
Yeah, they're really good. United Healthcare. So all the major insurances we work.
Good.
A lot of the secondaries, Mutual of Omaha, a lot of those secondaries we also take as well.
Okay, perfect. And Lee, can you put their address and phone number on the screen?
And it's
I don't know if
spelled
they can.
with an F.
Yeah, remember, we spell ourselves differently
That's right.
because we are
There you
different,
go.
right?
Okay, yeah.
We both
So
want
what's
English.
y'all's phone number?
So the phone number is 252-281-2607, and a beautiful lady, shout out to Tricia.
Yeah,
She's
Tricia.
amazing, our amazing customer service specialist.
I found her, by the way.
She'll answer that phone. You can walk in, make an appointment. We do this by appointment, and we also, if you book it out in enough time, we offer full risk assessments, and we'll do those free of charge for you. The phone number again is 252-281-2607, and our email is wilson@FYZICAL, physical spelled FYZICAL.com. And any way you can reach us, we're there for you.
And you can walk in, y'all, so you you don't have to have a referral from your doctor, as they talked about earlier, which I thought you had to have one.
Yeah,
so
direct access.
Direct access.
I like
That
that.
happened when we all went back to get doctorates.
Oh, okay. See, if I went to get my doctorate, I would know those things. Oh, well.
So yeah, and we're happy to help anybody. We have a beautiful tagline for the company, which is love your life, and that's what we actually want patients to do, be able to love their life again.
Yeah, be able to move and do and enjoy life.
Well,
Sitting on a couch and watching TV is not.
Most of our clients, well, that's funny you say it, because I will tell patients, I don't have time to do this. I'm like, all right, when you're watching Andy Griffith for the 700th time, and Otis, Campbell stumbles in drunk, and Barney locks him up, at the commercial break, you can stand like this.
That's
for
right.
30 seconds,
That's
a
right.
minute,
I
2
tell
minutes.
my patients, you don't exercise, all right, in the commercials.
Right.
Just march.
Well,
in
and that's
place.
another one of the tests. Like, is marching. All right, we'll do that. We got time. March in place. Put your arms in front of you.
Bye.
March. Bye.
Bye.
Close your eyes.
Oh,
See, she's going to drift one way.
I am.
Thanks for having us, everybody.
Thank you.
We'll be,
Good night.
We'll be here soon.
I'll see y'all next week with more of Here's to Your Good Health. Good night.
Good night.